Welcome, guys, to the Fourth and 12th Podcast with my co-host Chris here.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
This is the first episode, a little trial run of what we have in store. We're just two big football fans. Love talking ball. Love talking specifically Seahawks. Little test run of what is to come. So we are going to talk about the most overrated superstar in the league. Chris, do you have anybody on top of mind that you can think of right now, or maybe even superstars from the past that you thought was overrated? Maybe it doesn't have to be current, just anybody that you think is just overrated overall.
I would say that probably the number one overrated player for me personally is going to be Brock Purdy.
Oof.
And I know it's a tough take. No,
It is for everyone that's not Seahawk fans.
Yes,
all Seahawk fans think that, I think.
It's not based off of his stats. I think he does. I think he's a good quarterback. I just don't think he's a great quarterback like many people say.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the playoff games that he's played in recently.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what was it, 43-6?
Yeah, his most recent one for
41-6,
something
like that.
His most recent one for sure. I mean, exactly like you said, like you can't take the player and just say he's bad because he has, for multiple years, he's been in contention for MVP, like literally. Not saying that he's my MVP, but like the league consensus is that he is an MVP type player, whether that he's number one or in the top 5. He's in the conversations, but when you match him up as a Seahawk fan, you match him up against a really good defense like a Mike Macdonald defense, and the cracks start to show. I mean, look at him against Baltimore when Mike Macdonald was over there when I think it was Christmas Day. I think he threw 4 picks.
Yes.
And then every other time he's played Seattle since Mike Macdonald came over, the team has won a couple of those games for sure, but it definitely wasn't because of him.
Well, one of those wins we can go ahead and chalk up. We can give that to Tyreek Woolen because
Yep.
that coverage in the corner of the end zone was absolute booty buck cheeks. That was the worst coverage I have ever seen.
Yeah, he definitely lost that game for us, but I also think their defense was just pretty good at the beginning of the year. They were all healthy. You had you had Bosa, you had Warner.
To be fair, I mean, Sam fumbled that game away at the end too.
Yeah.
If Abe holds up a little bit longer on that right side and gets a hold of Bosa, who knows? Maybe we win that game, but
who knows? But then, like you said, during the playoffs, it just started to crumble. And I do agree with you. Even, as a Seahawk fan, it's pretty easy for us to say that he's overrated. But not a lot of people think that. And, when you pay the irrelevant drafted player or whatever, you pay him so much money.
Yep.
I'm cool with that, honestly, because you got to deal with that.
Hey,
you got to deal with that for the next 4 or 5 years.
Pay the man. Give him everything.
Yeah, honestly.
Extend him 40 years.
100%. Switching over, I think, honestly, there's a lot of overrated players. One that comes to my mind is Drake May, honestly.
I was going to say Drake May, too. I was thinking about it. I mean, if you take out the schedule,
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you take the schedule into account and you look at it, he didn't play all that good. I mean,
all year.
Look in the playoffs when he had to play teams that were over 500.
Exactly.
And week 1 they lost to the Raiders?
They did.
I mean, I know that's week 1. I know that's week 1, but the Raiders?
I do, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's such a new player. He obviously has time to grow, and I know he was top 2 for MVP, but that's just a little crazy to me, man, like just because he won so many games, and I guess he had some stats to back that up, but the stats were not against great opponents, like you were saying.
Yeah.
He had some games where he looked special, but I think he only threw over 300 yards once or twice all year, and then you could put him in the playoffs. He won these games. He won those 3 games.
The defense won those games.
The defense won those games a lot, and look at the opponents they were playing.
And the Bills lost that game.
The Bills should have won. Against the Patriots, yes.
Yes.
But you look at the games that the Patriots played in the playoffs, a Texans team, that defense was really good, obviously, but Drake May didn't do good. They shut down C.J. Stroud.
Didn't he have like 2 or 3 fumbles in that game too?
He fumbled. He was all playoffs. He did not look good. All 4 games that he played, he did not look good. And then the next team, who was it? Was it the Chargers that they played next?
Broncos.
Was it the Broncos? That was the championship
no, it was the Chargers
game.
Was the first game.
Yeah, so Chargers, and that was with, a Chargers offense that had lost two of their top
all their
two offensive linemen, and Herbert was running for his life out there, and their defense was just okay. Like the Chargers don't have a great defense, and then he kind of, barely squeaked through that one too. Broncos, no Bo Nix, and then the Seahawks, when you have one of the best defenses of all time, kind of showed him where maybe, he might lie in terms of like greatest quarterbacks for this past year. So I think he's overrated personally.
No, I agree. I think Drake May, I mean, he could still be really good. He's so young.
Sure.
I mean, he's only a second-year player, right? We don't know what the outcome of that's going to be quite yet. I mean, he showed flashes and signs of greatness.
Right.
Is he
great?
Second? Is he second in the MVP voting? I don't know.
If you're second in the MVP voting, you got to be top, 3 quarterback, which I can name probably 7 quarterbacks that are better than him personally. That I think, I can
name.
Okay, we got Matthew Stafford, you got Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson, no?
Kind of think he's a little overrated too.
Okay, yes. That's fair. That's fair to think he's overrated. That's fair, but I would still take Lamar in terms of just, I mean, look, I don't know how many years he's been in the league for, but he's won a lot of games. And obviously they had a good defense too, but I'd still take Lamar over him. Patrick Mahomes, I think that's 4. Then we start to get into like Joe Burrow. I'd take Joe Burrow.
I think Joe Burrow could be the best quarterback in the NFL if he just stay healthy.
100%. Let me think of 2 more. I'm thinking of another player that people might think is overrated, but I like Bo Nix a lot. If he was healthy, I think they win that game personally. If the Broncos have a healthy Bo Nix, do you think they still lose that game?
No.
In the AFC Championship?
No.
So you think
won it with Jarrett Stidham?
So you think they'll win the Broncos?
I think they would, but I don't. Yeah. It's not.
You don't think?
It's
not because of Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
That's fair. That's fair. They do have a great defense too.
I think Bo Nix in a snow game where he's not throwing the ball and it's mainly on his feet, that's where Bo Nix shines. I think he has the advantage in that game.
Well, let me ask you this. You had your most overrated player. I had mine. Who would you rather have, Drake May or Brock Purdy?
Ooh.
See, that's tough. One's only been in the league for 2 years, but has, second in MVP votings. But like I said, Brock Purdy also has his moments where he was potentially MVP of the league too. So which one do you pick? With not including their defense. Imagine they have the same exact defense.
I would probably take Drake May.
Yeah.
Just because he's bigger and taller.
Okay.
Has
That's fair.
Easier time seeing him. I think I saw something come out today, and it could be, blasphemy. It might not be right. That Brock Purdy was quoted as saying that he can only see the field 50% of the time. And then when he throws the ball, he's just throwing where he expects the wide receiver to be.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the Shanahan system, So,
I mean, kind of terrifying.
You don't want your quarterback saying that. You do not want your quarterback saying that. I do think that Brock Purdy shines in that system, and you take him out of that system, who knows?
Yeah, no,
and same thing could go with Drake May because he had what's their offensive coordinator's name for the Patriots? Man, I'm blanking on that one.
Me too.
He was the Raiders head coach. He won all those Super Bowls with Brady. But anyway, he, offensive coordinator for the Patriots, has history of doing pretty well. So, obviously it's not all on the quarterback. It's on the system. It's on how you get coached up. I think personally, as a Seahawk fan and how much I hate the 49ers, I still think I would probably pick Brock Purdy, but I could probably change my mind in 5 minutes if you ask me again, honestly.
Yeah, well, and I mean, the question of this debate comes down to this for me. Brock Purdy can run, right?
Drake May can too.
But so can Drake May.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy has a good arm, but I think Drake May's arm's probably better.
Yeah, you might be right.
I think Brock Purdy may be more accurate.
Yeah, that's fair.
But Drake May's taller, bigger.
Yeah.
Drake may be able to stand up to the abuse of running the football, whereas we know Brock Purdy can't because he missed 6 games this season.
He gets hurt. He definitely gets hurt.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know.
It's a coin toss a lot of the time, honestly.
And I know that after watching that Super Bowl, that line for the Patriots is ass. Like the worst offensive line I've ever seen.
That is true. Very bad. And
now the 49ers line is pretty bad, but it's not that bad.
I mean, you got 45-year-old Trent Williams on that line.
There with one knee and
exactly.
One ankle.
I mean, like I said, it's almost like you put him in a perfect situation. Who'd rather have? It's a coin toss, it really is. So I agree with your overrated player, and I think they kind of both are, honestly.
Now, not to say that I don't think that they're good, because I think they're both good quarterbacks. I just
They're
think
solid. I say they're both top 10.
yeah, I just don't think that they are. I don't know about top 10 for Brock Purdy.
No?
No,
Okay, well, as a
I'm not
Seahawk
sure.
fan, would you put Sam Darnold top 10?
I'd probably put Sam Darnold over Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I feel like that's
But I mean,
100%
Brock Purdy
biased.
has a Super Bowl, or Brock Purdy. Sam
Exactly.
Darnold has a Super Bowl.
Exactly, yeah. I feel like they're
Brock
all
Purdy's been to one, but he didn't win it.
I feel like all three of those quarterbacks, they're maybe top 10, but they're like 10, 9, 8. You know, they're all right there towards the end of the list.
I watched Sam Darnold go up against the Rams in an NFC Championship game and throw 3 tutties and 370 yards.
I seen a Sam Darnold that, loses, week 10 or 11 to the Rams and then not lose a game until the Super Bowl where he won actually too. So 100%. And obviously it's a team game. We had probably the best defense, in many, many years. So, and a great running game. So, I mean, we got onto the Seahawk topic and we can go for miles on that, but
I'm
a
little biased.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Ask me that question, but yeah, I don't know.
Hey, I think that was pretty good, Chris, honestly.
But I do have another thing I want to talk to you about.
Yes, tell me.
Moving topics. What do you make of the Patriots dealing with Mike Vrabel out there slanging dong?
Don't get me started on this. Do not get me started on this topic because I am so tapped in. Did you hear the latest news about the boat?
Yeah, they rented a boat together?
Oh my gosh, there's so much, and it just keeps going. I feel like there's just, it's going to keep coming. It's going to be an endless amount of Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel content. Like, and why would they think that no one's watching them? They're both famous.
Do you think Mike Vrabel steps down?
No. I mean, look at their owner and how many scandals he went through.
I know.
And Bill Belichick,
Kraft
how many
is over
scandals
there
he
at
went
the Happy Asian Ending parlor.
Exactly, yeah. So it's like,
weekend.
no, I don't think he does, but do I think he maybe, I mean, it's just so hard in a situation like that when there's families and stuff like that.
Right.
You don't know what they're going through, but I don't think he does.
What if his wife comes to him and says, hey, I need you to step down. I need you here. So if we're going to repair this marriage.
I mean, football's life.
Is it?
Football's life.
Is football more important than your kids and your wife? To Tom Brady, it is.
Well, Diana Rossini's more important than his kids and wife, so who knows?
Exactly.
I don't think he will. I feel like there's so much more to come. Like I said, why would they think that no one was recording them? They're both famous, like they were just like walking around, signing boat rentals, going on vacation in a very public place. Like, it's just insane the amount of information that has come out. And then they tried to sweep it under the rug in the beginning. It's like, just come out and own it. If you come out and own it, I feel like, yeah, all this other stuff will still come out, but I feel like it wouldn't hit as hard. And it's literally every single day or every other day, there's more new content about this situation. And it's just mind blowing, honestly. Everything that gets put out is just like another step towards this is insane.
I think it's going to be a huge distraction for that locker room, too. I mean, regardless if it dies down before, mini camps and training camp starts to roll around. It's still, I mean, it's still going to be, I mean, every time he answers questions at the box, it's going to be, there's going to be brought up.
Exactly.
I mean, Boston as a market is crazy. You add a scandal, it's going to be even crazier.
So. Yeah, their fandom, the media there, I mean, they expect, championships, and when you got this right after a Super Bowl loss.
Unless it's Sam Darnold, baby. No, Sam Darnold's coming through.
When you got this right after a Super Bowl loss, like, that's got to hit even harder. And as a Seahawk fan, I can't only help but smile.
Yeah, take that, Dave Portnoy.
My coach would never. That's all I got to say about that. Mike McDonald would never do this.
Now, my coach don't get to see his baby at night.
Yeah, he might not kiss his son at night, but he's faithful.
Yeah.
He's a faithful man, and he cares about football and the product that's on the field.
God, football, and his wife. That's what he loves.
Yep, family.
Exactly.
That's it.
Hey, everyone. Thanks again for watching the Fourth and 12th Podcast. New episodes will be coming weekly as we continue to grow our content. If you like what you heard, please leave a like and hit the follow button down below. Thanks again for watching, and have a good night.